setting up other shit.
What up?
What up, gang gang?
Hey. All right.
So I have light. I think I'm good. Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah. Let's see. Go cast feed.
Oh, fuck. I probably need not a jersey one. I'll be right back. One second. All right, there we go. Got the HGC shirt on now.
HGC.
You
Rip.
know what it is.
Rip.
Rip.
Let's see. I need to turn you up.
I got this when I went to the last Western Clash, actually.
Nice. How was that?
That was a blast. I got to meet pretty much all my favorite players.
So, for whatever reason, that light in the bottom left-hand corner is like bright white.
Oh yeah. This should make it better.
There it is.
Yeah, I forgot it's got a lower setting that I use. Gotta get this headband gang. Gang.
Oh, yeah.
Headband gang, you know how it is.
Boom, boom, boom. Sweet. Cool. Things I know so far. These two played each other in the finals of /GG. Is that a tournament or something?
Maybe.
Don't know.
There we go. That looks centered enough. Also, your green screen is gonna blur out my tattoo, so that's gonna be.
There it is. NGS, welcome. Week 2, dude. I got the man, the myth, the locomotive legend with me, B-Train. Dude, how you doing tonight?
Man, you know me, always chilling and killing. And you know, I'm excited for a week 2 matchup between personally my favorite team name, ROLL1 Esports. Because I mean, you know me, man. Like, I can't say too much. I'm sorry.
Oh, uh-oh. We might classified
TOS.
information here.
TOS.
All right, so we're looking at ROLL1 Esports. Look at that. That's like a really professional-looking logo. They've got ROLL1s all up on their names. Like, this is a serious team right here.
You know what they say, man. The more your names match, the better you are. It's statistic.
They do say that.
It's like the money pig, dude. The money pig and the pleb horse give you +5 damage. So if you all have matching names, you have instant advantages over the other team. But that means that you are minus in the shenanigans department because since you're more coordinated and you're more official, you don't just snap pick a Sergeant Hammer at the end of your draft and just full YOLO.
We can't expect to see the first pick Probius here this time.
God forbid that we see hopefully, dude, we don't see a Probius. I don't want to see it.
All right, they're going to be playing Running with Turtles, who picked up the loss playing Regen Blue in week 1. Let's see.
I'm thinking that this is going to be like a super big statement for ROLL1 to make because, you know, it's cool to look at them at the top of the division, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. You got it by a forfeit. So, like, you got to sit on that 2-0 and think, you know, you're in a good spot for the season. But now is your first actual game. I think I recognize most of these names. So I think they've been together for a while. So, you know, I hope they'll probably come out and they'll probably put on a show. But this is going to be an important thing for them because if you come out swinging, you could take a quick 4-0 with a domination, take 4 points in the standings or no, 2 wins is 3 points. So this would be 6 points if they get a domination here, which would put them up there. Like, they'd have a good lead.
Yeah, they'd be sitting pretty. ROLL1 has actually been around since season 2 of NGS. They played a few seasons. Season 4, they made it to the quarterfinals. They lost to the eventual champions, and then they went over to Heroes Lounge, went to the quarterfinals in Division 2 there. To the champs once again lost, so they're kind of sick and tired of being the runners-up. They move over to /GG, played Division 2, and ended up winning against, guess who? Running with Turtles. Ooh.
You know what they say, man. The tortoise versus the hare. We got the turtles. So ROLL1 could be the hare in this equation. We'll
they
see
had a
if
sprint at the beginning, and then Turtles come through during NGS.
If Turtles come through with NGS and they put the bullseye on their back, I think ROLL1 might be getting rolled with a 0 all the way down the losers column. So I mean, I'm just saying there needs to be some banter going on in these drafts, and I'm going to be upset if there's
B-Train,
not.
let's talk about maps coming up. So we're going to go to Towers of Doom. Looks like ROLL1 banned out Sky Temple and Alteric Pass. You thinking anything there?
Those maps were banned?
Yeah, by ROLL1.
Larger maps where odd heroes like Abathur, Dahaka, Globals. If your team's not super comfortable in the usage of Globals, those maps are definitely scary because teams that are good with Globals can actually just body you without even fighting. So, maybe they just don't want to deal with the larger macro maps. And I think we might see a more team fight oriented style.
Yeah, I agree. Should be an interesting matchup. Looks like we're just about ready to get started for the draft of Game 1.
If I don't see some target bans, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, should be. Team should have had some studying going on. From what I learned from the map ban stage, ROLL1 likes to play Dragonshire, so it looks like running with Turtles are already doing their research a little bit.
Yeah, and you alluded to these teams have played against each other as recently as that /GG tournament. So we could see a lot of either target banning or what would I call it? Tactical drafting, where you kind of snipe picks from the other team. So priority could be different here.
Right, true. So here we go into the draft. Dude, what are you thinking? Last week we got to see a bunch of Probius, which I know you were super excited about.
Nah, negative.
Over 1 week, and especially I guess we got to talk about the speedy elephant in the room. The game has changed quite a bit since the move speed increase. What do you think people are going to be prioritizing? Anything different?
Personally, I know we discussed this in our practices, but I think the whole AoE centric mage focus of play, heroes like Jaina, Kael'thas, Asmotrash, big circles are now easier to dodge. So, I mean, and you were talking about the changes you felt on Anubarak, even how it's a little bit more difficult to find certain engages because now there's a little bit more room for mechanical outplay. So, I think teams can either look to capitalize on that with more auto attack focused heroes, or maybe just more point and click CC rather than skill shot.
Yeah, totally agree. Looks like ROLL1 doesn't want to face a speedy grandma with a sniper rifle, so we're going to get the Ana ban and then followed up with an ETC ban.
Yeah, no heavy metal this game. You know, they banned grandma because they didn't want her calling the cops about the noise complaints, so naturally you got to get rid of the guitar hero.
No rock and roll. And then followed up with a Dahaka ban from ROLL1, so no global there, at least for the Dahaka. No race car, as you like to talk about him.
Yeah, honestly, that's a huge loss in style points for ROLL1 for me. I feel like they could have taken advantage of our glorious presence and gone race car Dahaka for the the shiggles, but they didn't. So it feels bad, man.
Chat, just letting you know this is my second cast, so if you hear anything weird with audios or anything looks weird with stuttering or anything, let me know in the chat and I will try to fix it. And if not, don't care.
Kappa!
Rip.
He was gonna first lock Probius, and they were like, "No, quick, shut off his power!" So someone hacked him, and they turned off his PC.
I think that running with turtles is standbying. Anyone remember that old Halo trick?
Oh no, dude, you're throwing it too far back. Stop.
All right.
We're just gonna 3-2-3 this one, and treat it like the good old days.
Oh boy.
So I flame our caster for crashing lobby. Feels good, man.
Yeah.
For amateur casting mistakes.
Second cast, dude. Oh man. This is really gonna be cutting back on hurting my Twitch career.
Dude, same. All right, so if I don't see a Chen pick, I'm gonna be really upset at these teams because Chen is OP, and if you don't pick him, then you're crazy. Just saying. just play Chen. It's easy. Damn, you already loaded back. That was quick. What kind of PC are you using, my guy?
He's back in. And we should get the draft started up again. So, as far as I know, we're not the referees here, but they are supposed to duplicate everything that we saw up to that point.
That is correct, Amundo. Also, are you going to be invading Area 51 with me this September?
Yeah, dude, already on my way. Actually, if that happens, then there's a high likelihood that I'll be having to kill you.
I actually my EOE is like a week before that, so I'll be good, dude. I'll be there, and it's not against my contract. Feels good. Well, he loaded in and then he's gone again, so we're sad.
Oh boy, you hate to see this, folks.
See, now is the part where they're actually testing us as casters to see if we can find interesting things to talk about.
Now we have to talk.
Dude, so I'm going to go ahead and take the bullet for this one. For those of you who are wondering why I haven't washed my upper lip, my office is having a crappy mustache contest, and I'm currently so far in the lead that everyone else has just quit. So there's that.
I have no question. I have no questions.
There are none to be had.
So typically that's a March time frame thing. Why are you doing mustache contest and
man,
he's relogging.
When you're in Alaska, things happen and you get bored. So naturally we have to create our own holidays. Also, Silver Jackal is being extremely too passive, saying, really it's no problem. No, you need to take a stance here. Even if it's not a problem, you need to act like it's a problem.
You need to start the countdown to when they have to forfeit.
Start the countdown, but just make sure you pause it at 1. So, if it's really okay, then no big deal. But for me personally, I'm throwing hands all draft.
All right, dude. So what's your outtake or your outlook on what's your initial thought on the speed increase? You like it? You hate it?
It helps certain heroes and it hurts other ones. I think overall it's a nerf to tank gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's a nerf to mage gameplay. But I think as far as the auto attacker meta and heroes with like point and click mobility, such as Chen, Malthael, stuff like that, I think it helps. So it helps and it hurts to an extent, and we'll see those changes reflected throughout the season. I'm sure the meta that exists within NGS will be noticeably different.
Yeah, I agree. I think we might see some heroes that you don't typically see in competitive, which is probably good for the scene. And we're off to the races for the draft once more.
I think this is going to be an Ana ban. Someone get ready to clip this. I'm going to call all the bans. This first ban, it needs to be Ana. I think if you don't ban Ana, you're out of your mind. For ROLL1 Esports, everybody knows that Running with Turtles is a huge Ana team.
I don't know about that. Oh.
All right. Now, I think since you banned Ana, you have to ban ETC. That's just a natural progression of thought. Like Ana, ETC, bam, bam, bada, bam. Turn 1000 IQ, bro.
Bruh.
What's next? What do you got? Is it the
I'm gonna
lizard?
go.
Is it licky?
It's too fast. I don't even remember the fourth one. Was there a fourth one?
Baby. Ha ha. 10,000 IQ. All right. Now it's your turn. Predict draft. Go.
I'm gonna go with Kael'thas.
Asalami, Asalikum, Amalore.
Salamis and cannolis.
Remember how we talked about heroes with circles?
Yeah, I've found he's been much less dangerous now that you can run away from each other faster with the bomb.
But see, it's even better if you're like us and you run towards each other faster to boost our support's healing numbers.
Ooh.
See, you gotta think alternate.
Trying to get that triple double.
Dude, I'm always trying to get the triple double.
Ooh, all right.
That's scary.
Anubarak, Sylvanas, so Dive. Definitely a dangerous comp coming out here. But I will say, and maybe it's just me and my crappy tanking, but Anub definitely seems a lot harder to get those chain CCs out.
And he's also received a couple nerfs, I think mostly just to his W build, his chitinous, armor, shielding, whatever. But Anub still remains the #1 mage killer because, he just goes places. But we're going to go ahead and see Garrosh Malfurion, which is a solid combo. Now, if they had picked an actual damage dealer already, then I would say I was highly favoring their comp.
So pretty good CC chain if they play it out right with the toss into the root and then Kael'thas grab laps.
Absolutely. And Malfurion is a fantastic healer versus sustained damage, but what he lacks now, #1, Ice Block being gone, which has been gone for a long time, I know, which makes him susceptible to dive blow up. And #2, his healing, unless the enemy team is just clumping, is kind of subpar against one-shot burst. So, like, he can deal with, like, small burst windows, but, like, stuff like a Kael'thas Pyroblast, like, huge damage. He just can't keep up with it. So I feel like at this point, you need to double down on the burst if you are Turtles.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely a little bit dangerous for Anubarak with that Twilight Dream. We got Cooks on the Anubarak. And a Tyrande band coming out. So, yeah, definitely would be a little scary there.
Tyrande can also cleanse roots and provide spell armor. Like, her level 7 is super flexible. And then her ability to follow up these stun chains would have been fantastic. So that's a really good ban. I like that. The offlaners presumably are going to get picked here for Running with Turtles. Which is all I really care about being a solo laner myself.
Leo.
Okay. They've picked the bad panda in the game. Props, you're in the ballpark. You just got to switch it. You got to get the fat one. We don't see a lot of Lily these days. Not in competitive, at least.
I do not see this guy on their roster.
It could be a sub. It's probably pre-approved. If it's not on us. So,
right.
But either way.
Yep, I just want to...
Leo's a weird interaction, but we do see Thrall and Rexar locked in on the other side for ROLL1, so they kind of have two viable solo laners, but this means Thrall could elect to go into more of an assassin build. Crash Lightning's not the best on this map. I mean, there's times where you can stack it fighting over the pillars, but it's ultimately I'd like to just see Echo, and we're gonna get the Genji, the last pick Genji, and that's gonna be a lot of burden of execution on DK Unleashed because mouth roots, Twilight, Garrosh throws, taunts, silences, lift from Kael'thas, Thrall, and like everybody has a way to interrupt Genji from doing Shimada things.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do you got out of these?
Dude, I like ROLL1's comp a lot more.
If ROLL1 had picked an actual damage dealer with their first pick, I would be like hands down. But right now, I'm still primarily rolling in favor with ROLL1. All jokes aside, if Kael'thas plays safe, he can put out a lot of damage versus this. But I think I have to go with ROLL1 here. They just have fantastic CC chains. If they complement all the CC together correctly and have good comms, they'll pretty much one-shot everybody on the other team, and there's not a thing Lily can do about it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
could we get Water Dragon memes?
I think we might, actually.
Ha 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 ha. I'm excited.
ROLL can be a prime target for that.
Also, I didn't check my slot, but I think I was too.
Yeah, you are.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Right. So, for our team on the left in the blue, it's running with Turtles. We're going to have Alizar on the Leo, Silver Jackal on Sylvanas, T-Pole on the Lily, DK Unleashed on Shimada Man. Kooks is going to be rolling around on the Beetle.
And on the red team, ROLL1 Esports, we got ROLL1 Big Beard on the Rexar, Rock Your World on the Garrosh, ROLL1 Esports Poe on the Kael'thas, Juanba on Malfurion, and Zod on the Thrall. Here we go. Week 2.
Any of the level 1s going to stick out to you so far?
Nothing too crazy. We do have unrivaled strength for Garrosh. This elects to not go with the quest there.
That's going to be a dead Beetle. I know we really didn't comment on the death of our first hero within the first 30 seconds, but that was a good CC chain, and that Beetle got squashed. The burrow out was met with a living bomb on the way, and their kill actually came so quickly that they can't even take an advantage on a camp with that, as they're spawning just about in 2 seconds.
Yeah, dangerous with a Nubrak early game diving in like that. And now we're going to see both teams go to pick up their camps early game, so definitely smart to do. Usually see a lot of focus in the bottom lane here. What do you think about the Lily pick? You think it's going to be able to sustain?
I mean, I have my concerns. I think her cleanse will be nice at 7, but I don't think she has the ability to target heal the person who's going to die on that team. So if the cleanses aren't absolutely spot on, then I think they're going to run into issues surviving against this insane CC kill comp.
Yeah, she's really only going to get value on the blinds on Thrall. We're going to see an engage here from a Nubrak onto Kael'thas, and Genji's going to go in for the kill and pick it up. So decent engage there with ROLL1 face checking that bush there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw my hands in the air for Silver Jackal threw that shade all the way to their own wall with the Banshees from Sylvanas. And Garrosh just, literally chased it all the way. She never blinked to it and actually hit the fattest debate on the entire team. And it resulted in a counter kill for them.
Nice. Thrall finishing his quest there early, so that'll definitely up his numbers.
Yeah, that's a 2-minute
That's a pretty
echo.
quick echo.
But then again, he's not in the solo lane. He's been able to get it between separate waves of minions. So
that's true.
It's about half the time he would have in the solo, which would have been about 4 minutes. Which is about what we see. Which is about what we see in this level of comp play.
Good organization with his team there, not to have them killing all his damn minions. Looks like a noob setting up for a possible ambush here, just kind of warding for the rotation down. But now we're going to get rotation up to the shrines. It's like Leo and Genji setting up for Turtles. And we got Big Beard up here on Rexar. So it looks like we're going to get a fight. Ooh, Anubarak is deep and burrows out.
That groundbreaker dodge is pretty pivotal. Kooks is never going to be able to survive. It's the 1-for-1 trade. Goes through at the top. Zad is just in this backline munching on Leo. Nobody turning just yet. And the triple wolf going to be able to peel Zad out. But he might not be safe as the swift strike comes through, gets the kill, but the turnaround onto the beetle. Anubarak gets squashed. Leo not going to be able to life drain through this. Does get the kill on Namisha, but that is still a 1-for-2 trade in favor of ROLL1, and they're not done.
Sylvanas, 70 health. Lily barely keeping her alive, and now ROLL1's able to fight the turtles off of the center shrine there. Leo's gonna be back up, maybe able to stall a little bit longer and get a draining hope on to Misha, but Kael'thas is in a bad spot here with Genji diving.
The Rudolph, the beetle charge gonna come through, get 2-man on the stun. Big Beard has no mana. Throw over the wall on Anubarak, who has no burrow charge, so he's actually gonna get the burrow out underneath, it looks like. So as Zad falls in front of the gates to DK Unleashed with sub 10 health, gets the strike away, and Genji is apparently still a god in this game.
Apparently Anubarak made it out of there and is back for more.
The health bars for Turtles are so low, but neither team wants to give this up. As DK is going for the channel on the bottom, good peel from Kooks, and they finally get the cap, 32-36, and a total of, I think, 6 kills from the entirety of both teams over that objective.
6 kills in about an entire minute of team fight that we saw there.
And back to the camps we go.
Both tanks rocking pretty low health right now. Garrosh don't care.
We do have animal husbandry for Rexar, by the way.
Alright, so we'll be watching that. What else we got going on here? Thrall's gonna go with the Ancestral Wrath build. Smart. Just gonna get some value off of Anubarak beetles as well.
Now, I understand animal husbandry is a fun talent. You get lots of health. It's harder for Genji to assassinate you. But with the Leoric, who deals percent damage and receives percent healing on Rexar, who's primarily his matchup for the majority of this early game and going into the mid, I feel like it's... I don't know if we'll see the same value that we normally would.
DK Unleashed just waiting in the fucking bushes for this kill. And he's gonna pick it up.
DK is cleaning right now. Kooks got hit with the fat throw and stun, but the debate came all the way through in the form of a counter kill onto Thrall. So having a bruiser in the 4-man, but Jackal's gonna get hit by the throw, gonna get the portal out, hit with a living bomb, is going to live thanks to the cups from Lily, who also picks up a flame of her own. And trying to push in this sapper, I don't think they're gonna get it. I think they ultimately have to leave it.
We've seen some pretty suspect positioning from Turtles for those Garrosh tosses. A couple times, 2 people escaping with very little health, so just need to watch that a little bit.
Take the altars and put an end to the Great Keeper.
Genji's going for the cap, gonna do Shimada things and basically run the opposite way. And the split here for Garrosh is not good. That's gonna be a dead war chief as Alizar's coming through, gonna get the bomb damage out. Only one got spread. The noob's gonna burrow in 1v3, immediately turning around. Jackal does get the cap, and we see Leo healing up on this chonky Misha after the husbandry stacks are starting to build up.
So we got 36-28, an 8 lead for Turtles, and we've got about a level lead, so they're gonna pick up their 10s here. I'd like to see them be aggressive and try to get some value out of this.
See the pings coming out. They're coming to defend this, but Sylvanas already being able to turn off the tower. You have beetles, you have a minion wave. Genji's not the best siege, nor is Syl, to be honest, but they'll be able to do respectable damage, if not take this tower, which it looks like they will confirm.
Looks like we got Swift Strike, Cocoon coming out, Cups, so no Water Dragon for you. Leo has not selected, and Wailing Arrow for Sylvanas.
Yeah, we're going to be able to lock in that Entomb for Leo now. Cups is going to get everybody out of dodge, but up 10 advantage still. They can look to defend this, or they can, you know, tap, lick their wounds, get some camps out. Bot lane pressure is the most important pressure, or bot lane is the most important lane in this map because of the pressure it applies with the double camps that we see pushing in these sappers.
Looks like we're going to get Tomb from Leo. Another toss on a suspect positioning, and Anubarak's going to go down there to Warlord's Challenge taunt.
Yeah, Anubarak is really good at using E to go to the right side, but not to the left. And every time he burrows in, Garrosh is going to get the throw. They pop the taunt, and then the immediate Sunder out from Thrall to secure the kill. Pretty good CC, but Thrall taking Sunder, it's a great CC tool. It's good for interrupting cups if you hit it, but I don't know, man. He's been dying a lot lately, and I think Earthquake would have been the answer to that.
Yeah. Looks like that value from that bottom lane awarded them pretty much nothing, as these two altars are going to spawn with that Anubarak death. They're looking to pick up this camp while they're channeling both altars. Interesting. Cup's coming out, but I don't think Leo's going to make it out.
No, the Cocoon already goes out on Thrall. Kel'Thas is also winning this 1v1 in the bot lane. Never mind, Genji didn't respect it, and down goes the Fire Mage.
Hashtag Genji things. We're going to get a toss. Silence arrow on 4 members.
Yeah, that arrow from Sylvanas was absolutely gymongous.
Leo is
things
back.
coming out onto Malfurion. Great into Malfurion's gonna fall. That's gonna be 4 for 1. The 1 was Leo, so it doesn't matter. They're gonna be able to turn this tower off and continue chasing Big Beard, who's saying, "No, my stacks!" And running away, as Rexar normally does without Misha. And they're gonna cap this tower back before they go for the bottom one, looking to get 5 shots sealed up to take a 36-19 lead.
Yep, smart move there, not capping, picking up, realizing that they have the ability to pick up that fort with full health and still get the 5 shots there. 13 advantage for Turtles and a pretty commanding lead in Towers of Doom based on the shots on the core, but this map can go awry at any moment.
Yeah, this map is one of those ones where you can throw it in the late game due to just bad decision making or going absolute just YOLO. We've all been there before, and Kel'Thas finally gets that Globe Quest at 10 minutes in, so he's going to be a little more survivable to that Genji, but they're not even making a move to take their bottom fort back. Instead, they have Bush Malfurion looking for a gank, but there's also a counter gank being set up here.
Silver Jackal just getting some free poke damage out onto the KT, and now we're kind of just at a stalemate here a little bit. Rexar is picking up the camp. Looks like Leo's going to try to invade that.
And with no mana, Leo will win that. No cooldowns really being committed to down here. 13 advantage. Still here for a brief moment. It looks like Rexar is going to try to take this 1v1.
Oh.
Sylvanas Arrow is going to cancel the Twilight Dream, which allows this entire engage to continue going north. Zad is going to get the Sunder. He's going to get out. Cups is going to be burned. Malfurion putting the free roots down to get Garrosh out, but that is still a 1-for-0 trade. The Sylvanas Arrow was absolutely just monstrous yet again, reaching that entire back line. And now we have a double altar phase in the top lane. The bottom is still under the control of Turtles, and they might be able to get 5 off of this first cap. Genji's going for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to pick up both altars here, which is going to put ROLL1 in a really bad spot. Yeah, those wailing arrows from Sylvanas have been just deadly.
Huge combo on the Beetle. That one was chained excellently. And I don't even know if excellently is a word. It might just be magnificently. But they are able to kill the Beetle. The bug is squashed, and I smell an invade.
The walking thesaurus. E-Train.
Not the smartest, but I'm dang sure not the dumbest. 15 seconds and no Beetle. It's 5v4. I think you got to unzip and put it on the table here. Get this camp. Start taking bottom back. I think you really got to put your foot down pre-16 while you still have a 5v4 advantage. And
yeah, they need
counter pressure back.
They need to force this advantage they've got with Garrosh. This seat, yeah, a little bit slow on the stun. That should be an instant follow-up.
No Warlords challenge either. Warlords would have likely been committed there had it been available. And this is now a 5v4, 16 disadvantage for ROLL1E.
We're gonna see an Entomb here. Possibly.
Maybe possibly. Good peel out from Garrosh. Gonna get the throw on the Leo. Gonna get caught in the tomb himself. Arrow's already been committed. Huge double taunt. Wolf will get him out. maybe not a chance. The Warlord falls. Brawl could be next. Dream Jesus cannot save Malfurion. He is wrapped up with nowhere to go, and this is going to be one dead Druid.
Eesh.
Meanwhile, Rexar is still questing, trying to get to the appropriate level to start doing dungeons, and his team is being slaughtered in the bot lane. And soaking is probably the right call there, but it's still a tough thing to see, 5v4 go against your team with triple altars on the map. This could be, if they get 2 altars, it's game.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that ROLL1 can do about this, I don't think.
GGs have been called.
GGs.
Core has been falled.
That is going to be a quick victory for running with turtles on Towers of Doom.
They came out of the gates, bing bang bong, and really made things happen. I was concerned about the Genji having a lot of tools working against him, but it actually played out fantastically. Very good patience, good flanks, and really just doing what Genji's do, and that's securing kills and harassing the backline. So absolute fantastic play. Total kill count was 14-6 in favor of Turtles.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that's a dominant performance from game 1 for Turtles, which is awesome for them. Get that little bit of redemption against ROLL1 in the /GG tournament.
Leo top damage, by the way.
Wow.
Leo top damage. That's what happens when you have extra life drains on the Misha, and Sylvanas was right behind, about 2,000 less. Damage numbers don't mean everything, but when Leo is top damage, something has either gone extremely right or extremely wrong, and I think for running with Turtles, they would likely go with extremely right.
Yep, definitely agree with you there. So we're looking at stats here. I'm going to go ahead and give the MVP of that match to Silver Jackal, just based on those just disgusting wailing arrows that he tossed in there.
They were nasty, like change my pants nasty.
Yeah, go ahead and take care of that, dude.
Listen, I bought a plunger yesterday because I didn't own one, and it's been doing favors for me,
Welcome to adulthood.
Got to get the dents out of my truck somehow. So while we're waiting on map 2, I think that map was the selection of running with Turtles, right?
Yeah, they picked that, and they definitely looked comfortable there.
I mean, and they played that game without a healer too. Like, that was impressive. They had a Lily instead. All jokes aside, Lily does do impressive healing numbers, but her issue is there's no targeted heals. So if someone's getting the munch and there's someone else who's low but safe, you can't direct your heals. So that's kind of the only downfall with her. So it makes her such an easy character to play. But that's kind of why we never saw her in competitive, is her lack of targetable healing, such as, Uther, Alexstrasza, stuff like that.
Right.
But I think, they played it well. They weren't exploited by gratuitous amounts of spread damage. As we're going to be heading to BOE, which is one of my favorite maps.
Yeah, I think
will be slot 2.
We're going to see a little bit less macro, and we're going to see a little bit more team fight, which we can all agree is awesome.
Dude, Div B, there's going to be an Artanis in this draft somewhere. I'm calling it now, because I'll pick Artanis on this. Artanis does certain things well. Team fighting, no. That's not it. But he races impeccably. He holds off lane. He can clear camps. He can take camps. He can get you picks. He can get those nasty swaps. And they need to... Yeah, okay, they swapped it. But, Artanis is one of those heroes that he's niche for the map. And I think we still could possibly see him picked here.
Yeah, based on the recent changes, I don't think he really suffers too much from any sort of... Maybe his long-range god swap is a little harder to hit, but other than that, he's the same. Yeah,
and the only things that have really hurt Artanis in the past were things like, Face Melt and Condemn from Johanna, because when he goes for his Q in, whether he's just trying to reset shields or go for that backline swap, small mini stun interruptions don't let him travel back to the original point of his Q, so he can get caught somewhere where he doesn't want to be. And if we do see him, that could be something to watch out for. But we'll see how this draft unfolds. I think the bans will be mostly the same. I don't think we'll see anything too different.
Yeah, I agree. I would be afraid of another Anubarak pick from the by the Turtles if I was ROLL1. He was definitely on point besides that first death. And a couple of positioning problems with Garrosh, but nothing that lost them the game.
Something I want to go ahead and throw out before it happens is solo lane Muradin. Solo lane Muradin with Stormbolt, Sledgehammer, the whole 12 yards. It's a thing, okay? Not a lot of people have the guts to bust it out, but I'm just saying it. You can see it.
All right, dude. Do you think we're gonna see ROLL1 come back here and force a game 3?
I mean, I think you don't get 2-0'd in your first match of the season. I think that's something that they definitely don't want on their minds.
You definitely don't need that.
They did elect to stay with first pick though, which is interesting to me. I think most teams, especially if you've been around that long, you've got to have a map that you're just like, you know what, we're gonna eat your cheeks here, and then you just pick that map and you go.
Yeah.
We're a relatively new team, and we have certain things that we enjoy doing, certain places we enjoy doing them, but like overall, I wouldn't say we have just like a go-to. Just we're gonna do it here. And I think a lot of teams do.
Unless you want to go into Haunted Mines, then we got you.
Oh yeah, if you want to get smoked on Black Hearts or Haunted Mines, hit me up, dog. We can scrim these right now.
Hashtag almost legends Amethyst.
Dude, ALA is we're a toxic team, okay? But we'll love you the same. We'll love you like your ex should have. But we do see the Beetle ban coming out from Turtles? ?
Yeah, they don't want to play that hero again. It was a little too straightforward.
It's too easy, right? You gotta handicap. Okay, I can't say that. I'm a cash. I'm supposed to be chaotic neutral. But honestly, like if Garrosh gets through this draft, this is a good Garrosh map to an extent. There's a lot of like dead space fighting, but there are places where he can just make mad plays around boss stuns.
That is true.
And I think ROLL1 could definitely run it back with the big chunky boy. We're gonna see Raynor banned. Exterminator is kind of annoying because it races zoom fast. But we did have Vala buffs in the last patch, as well as Greymane buffs. So both of those heroes are in play here, I would assume.
Yeah, I find Vala to be a lot more scary than she used to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people, like there's someone on our team who plays Vala, absolute trash can, but Vala helps him, look good because she's just so OP.
We love you, we love you, Raven.
No, we don't. Don't lie to him. There's the Joe ban. Is this an Artanis? Is this the spicy Artanis I'm smelling? Thonking. Maybe it's an ETC. Joe's kind of a pest for him as well as other auto attack heroes. But what's this first pick gonna be? What do we lock? Tyranda's available as well, and she's fantastic on this map.
I'm gonna keep calling Mal'Ganis until I get it right, dude.
Dude, yeah, Mal'Ganis or bust. There's the ETC.
Yep, good call there.
It's not from the team I thought it would be, but that could be. Well, there's Tyranda Li Ming.
Looking to go for the race.
Dude, those were snap picks. They were like, yo, we're about to hit you with this yum sauce. And they just they lock, and now they're ready to go, man. I think ROLL1's got a plan here.
All right, who are we looking at? Who's still available? Sylvanas still available, still good.
Still available, still good. I don't know if her race is the best. I think she has one build that's extremely potent racing. We're gonna see Kel'Thas and Imperius.
All right.
That's some CC. Slide, spear. Oof, that's tough. And Imperius is still kind of a tank buster with that % damage. So frontline already locked in 4 turtles. And now I think all they need to look at is something that burns immortal and a healer, which they can get both with either Monk or Rhaegar. There's that Vala ban, by the way.
Yeah, nobody seems to care.
Not apparently. Greymane's still on the table. Greymane Ming Tyrande is a wet dream when it comes to racing. And I think that at this point, there's nothing that's going to beat that for running with turtles. So I'd like to see ROLL1 Or are they going for the gray main?
Yeah, they could. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Malthael out of ROLL1.
I don't know. I don't know if they want to go that squishy. I mean, the art this is bad. I honestly like if you're ROLL1, I think you just rip the gray main here. Like, there's nothing against it now. You just rock it, dude.
Oh. Are we trying to see a Dignitas Stitches to the Tyrande follow-up?
No JPL here.
Nobody
baby.
has that skill in this Division B NGS, I don't think.
Nobody in NGS can bust out the JPL Stitches. It's not happening, okay? I've met the guy. He's super awesome. And I asked him to his face if there's anyone who's a better Stitches player than him, and he said no. So, you know, I think it's Greymane here. I think it's a no-brainer. Kappa?
Psych! We are going to get an Ariel sighting.
This blows my Stitches. Why Stitches? What's the juice, right? Like, Garrosh up, Diablo up, Muradin up, Morganis up, Blaze up, Stitches.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, especially on this map.
Okay, now the Johanna ban makes a little more sense rather than just a pure denial. I mean, it makes sense with Tyrande. But Ariel Lunara, we've never run that before. We're definitely not aware of how that works. They're going to have a rough time in the early game. And right now with a Lunara, you're playing for late game, which against a Zul'jin, that's a risky game because late game Zul'jin just comes around the corner 1v5, pops Taz bingo, and asks everybody if they want axe. And this could be a really terrifying late game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's all going to come down to the Zul'jin. If he's able to stack, they're going to be terrifying. If not, then I think the range and poke that Turtles has is going to be hard to deal with for Stitches.
I hardly ever, and anyone who knows me will back this statement up, I will never ever in my life ask for Zul'jin to go anything other than full auto build. Mage build is a trap outside of a brawl. I don't think it's a plausible build if you're trying to truly play Zul'jin for the late game monster he is. But I think here you have no choice. You can't step up to safe auto against those tanks. Lunara's going to poke you down. I think you just go into recklessness here and you just go ham with the twin cleaves.
All right, here on the left, we've got Running with Turtles. On the Imperius, we've got Alizar. On the ETC, Cooks, Silver Jackal playing Kael'thas, T-Pole on the Ariel, and
the battle begins in
DK Unleashed over on the Lunara. Bambi Unleashed.
And on the right, it's R1E on Leo, R1E on Stitches, R1E on Li Ming, R1E on Tyrande, and R1E on Zul'jin. Ready to get McNasty with no fries, but a lot of shake with that Stitches, baby. Wait, hold on. Isn't that a banned skin?
Eesh.
Sheesh. Nobody's saying it. They don't notice, it doesn't matter, but that's a banned skin. Zul'jin's still going into Headhunter, looking to get that auto range, get that quest completion by getting the 5 kills. Stitch is electing to eat oodles of free damage, but does go for the globe quest, so we're going to see that boy stack.
No stacks for Zul'jin so far.
You know, you really hate to see that. I can't even check his baseline. Actually, I can. I've still not done my observer replay, so you really hate to see that. This lane sucks, going bound.
Yeah, they're literally just standing still upstairs.
Oh, wait, they heard us. They're doing it. ETC getting a slide out. Li Ming not able to get any resets, no Calamity online yet. Stitches, however, a chunky boy.
You look at the health over on Stitches and everyone else at 100%, just 100% focus on Stitches in that early fight.
Hey man, you gotta focus Stitches, it's the rule.
And
Them's the rules.
So far, not picking up the hook kills that they probably were hoping for.
Li Ming is also going to be going into the Aether Walker, which was buffed a couple weeks ago, and Blizzard was like, is she good now? The answer is still, Seeker build is good if you can land it, which requires gratuitous amounts of lockdown CC, which with a Stitches you do not have. But Missile build with Seekers is still fantastic race against the Immortal, and I don't mind seeing the build, but Stitches is going to get hit by the slide, literally not going to give a single care in the world, is going to walk away and die peacefully elsewhere.
Looks like we're going to get some rotations up to the camps for both teams. Li Ming staying, both mages staying bottom while their teams pick up the camps respectively. I don't really see a advantage one way or another for camp clear.
Lunara level 4, I think, has an advantage, but so does Leo. And we're going to see Imperius rocking that new globe build. Damaging heroes resets the duration of active globe regeneration to 8 seconds unless it is higher. Meaning, if our boyo gets a globe and then just starts damaging heroes with anything, abilities or autos, it will continue the healing from globes, which means they can infinitely go. So that's something to watch out for.
Chat, I am literally dying in casting right now, just so you know. That's how much I am dedicated to the cause. We're going to get engaged here on the blue Immortal, and Stitch is going to get stunned, and this is not looking good for him. Taranda's not going to be able to keep him alive. Everyone else full health, but now that there's no tank, there's other things to focus on.
Yeah, Stitch's, the move speed changes did not affect his ability to dodge circles, but they allowed him to have a chance. And now Big Beard is going to get hit by the poison, and never mind. No, you're still dead. Good night, Big Beard. Yep, the last stab. That puts the hypothetical spear in Leo's little coffin. Or metaphorical spear, rather. But here we go. Lunara race is coming online.
I think that was an allegory, actually.
I don't know what an anagram is, but if it's chocolate and a little heart on Valentine's Day, I want some.
And so far, ROLL1 a little bit behind in the race, and now they're looking pretty set up for this fight. Zul'jin getting a little bit low. Stitch is going to get stunned by the Immortal again. Just deja vu, and now he's going to have the same result as last time.
The exact same spot.
Owls are getting low from Big Beard, but he's able to walk out, and now we're going to get... no!
My god. It just doesn't... R1E isn't even losing team fights to running with turtles right now. They're losing it to the boss stuns.
MVP Immortal.
Yeah, honestly, this right here is running with turtles' best player of this game.
He is.
Right here, this
blue.
Big boy. All jokes aside, it is extremely unfortunate, but I don't think this consistently happens throughout the duration of the game.
Jeez.
But while it does continue to happen, I feel like it will give running with turtles the advantage, as I think this race is way closer.
So close.
Oh my god, 456.
So, if Stitches had been auto-attacking, they win that fight.
If Stitches literally uses Slam one time, that's the other way. Because Lunara does fantastic PvE damage, but it's slow. That's the only issue. It's slow. Good blink out by Zad there. Yeah, that damage is extremely slow for her, which is why, you know, even like Malthael, he has like that slow tick damage.
Yeah. So first Immortal going out of the way of turtles, and they are marching down the top lane. So far, one tower down. All of them are looking pretty healthy, and now a half health Immortal. They'll probably be able to pick up this fort here. Early game advantage.
Stitch is able to dodge that boss, but Li Ming gonna get hit by the whip into the wall, picking up the last auto from Lunara. A quick kill turns what could have been a saved fort into a dead fort, an immediate top camp turnaround. And Leo is gonna be doing the 1v1 dance down here with Imperius. And I talked about it earlier, the Zul'jin does go into mage build, but I think if you're going to mage build, especially looking at this game, I don't think you commit to Headhunter. I would have loved to see Recklessness. It just adds to your damage output baseline, and it doesn't require you to complete aspects for it. I feel like it's a much safer pick in competitive play. And Li Ming is going to go into that Calamity build, even with Aether Walkers. So Stitch is going into Chop Chop.
Yeah, they're... In competitive play, there's players who are good enough to just not die, so picking up that talent is pretty suspect.
Yeah, Stitch is going into Playtime, excuse me, not Chop Chop, but gonna get the cooldown reduction, I misread the talent or the color. You're gonna get the cooldown reduction. Is bottom 4 is pretty much a foregone conclusion, and the race to 10 will be here a level and a half in advance for running with turtles. Stitches has to be careful here.
They're gonna try to keep engaging here, but they have 10s.
And with those 10s, we have Salami Blast, we have Leaping Strikes, Mosh Pit, the Aegis, and Imperious thinking whether or not he does go for the shields, but we almost got Uber Eats delivery service for Alizar.
All players dropping pretty low health for turtles, but they're gonna try to pursue and back off this kill on Stitches.
Leo playing a mini game, trying to get some soak in.
He might be getting... No, they're gonna try to invade this camp here, and they've got 10s. They should be able to take this pretty comfortably.
Yeah, the only thing they have to worry about is the reach around from the Spoopy Man. They're actually gonna get the kill on the... Oh, still gonna die. But I think my main comment, as Stitches hooks the last goat boy, my main comment to Ariel players and people who are playing Uther, and if you've watched HGC for a long time, you've always seen things like you Divine Shield someone early so it allows them to do damage, and I think same rule applies for Aegis. I don't think you ever Aegis someone below 25% health because 1, it hinders their ability to leave the area, and 2, it only adds a giant bullseye to the map for which the enemy team can kill them. I think it's just kind of a double-edged sword there.
I am in a total agreement with you there, B-Train. I like the tank dives in, you throw an Aegis on him because they're all going to throw their abilities on him, and it's all going to go for nothing.
Yeah, Aegis and D-Shield, you use high. That's been always my rule, my comment. But the free race is going to be in favor of running with turtles here. And we're going to see the ults coming online for ROLL1. I don't think either of us mentioned that. We have Guillotine, Wave of Force, Starfall, Tomb, and Bile, so no pick potential. And Zul'Jin no longer has the ability to keep himself from dying. So a lot more stress on to Waneba on that Tyrande.
Alright, so second Immortal going over to running with turtles, and this is a bad spot if you're ROLL1 here. You're gonna have to try to clear this safely, and we got Gorge from Stitches, but no value so far from Hooks all game.
Not Gorge, it's Bile.
Oh, sorry, Bile.
That was a huge combo from the Ming, by the way. Yeah, their ability to defend this is... I mean, they're gonna lose the wall. I don't think they lose the keep. I don't think there's a way...
We're gonna get a tomb on
great
Kael'thas.
combo onto Kael'thas. Gonna be completely negated by the Aegis. Waneba's gonna get away. Pyro's gonna be going on onto Zad, who's already dead from the poisons. But they're trying to get the turn chase. They're gonna... Oh, Ariel heals coming through on Jackal. Spread damage from the bombs is gonna be enough. Jackal does fall, but at what cost? Stitches body block. Tyrande is in absolute Africa right now. Down goes Big Beard. Down goes Stitches. Now it is a 1-4-3, and Tyrande, sweet baby, you are no more.
Not to mention they lost the keep.
And I was trying to say before that all busted out, the only way you lose a keep is by complete fatal error. And that's kind of unfortunately what happened for ROLL1.
Turtles is going to play it safe here, back off. They don't think they can finish the fight, and we're going to get pressure in the bot lane as well. So what is the key to the comeback here?
Key to the comeback for Turtles is you have to play fights like there's 2 steps. Aegis is going to come out onto anyone who gets entombed. Kael'thas stacks shield with Aegis. So I think your main thing right now, you have to bait Aegis in any fight. That's got to happen first. Aegis comes out, then you leave, you come back, and you reset the fight. Aegis is a decent cooldown. I think it's a minute. So you basically have 60-second windows where you can take 1 poke and then 1 real committed fight. And I think that's going to be the answer.
We saw a really strong Aegis there right in early in the fight to where KT wasn't going to get blown up, and then they were able to turn it around even though they lost a couple.
Yeah, and trading kills, even going negative in kills, if you go 1 for 2 while you're down, it's still actually an up trade for you as far as comeback XP is concerned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still a plus for them. The negative is that now they're down to keep, and they've got Katiz in the Kazu camp, which also got buffed pushing the bottom lane. So they get to go over the wall onto Krugs.
Stitches gets a hook, but they're going to be able to get the wall down. Lunara takes a guillotine to the Foch, but she's going to be able to get out of there pretty safely.
Zul'Jin not hitting that Amani to get that self-nuke. Guillotine doesn't do that much damage baseline. Gonna get the good hook on the DK, who's gonna get the hop out. Wall gonna come through, Aegis coming through, Mosh is gonna land onto only Stitches. Pyroblast being committed to Zad, but down goes Lunara. The deer is no more. Pyro actually gets canceled, I believe. And that is a 2-for-0 trade while bombs are spread damaging. They now have free race for 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'd like to see
And I
them
think
get
they
on
need to
this
get on it.
right now.
Yeah, they need to be going. Zul'jin gonna assume the ability or the duties of the tank and immediately face check. But right now they have a level until 16 hits. I think they need to take as much off this Immortal while they can. And Leo clearing lanes is gonna help as well.
Stitches going for the hook. Nothing there. They've got a half lead at halftime on an Immortal. I'd like to see them just try to burn this down.
Zul'jin is only sitting on 18 stacks of that mage quest and only 9 on the overall auto quest, meaning he's got 45 autos, which is very underwhelming. Great stun from Juan there, getting out of that slide, but they got to fight under
Huge
this
damage from
Immortal.
Li Ming onto KT. No mosh pit available. They need to be aggressive here before that comes on.
Half a level till 16, they got to take the fight. Doesn't matter when, where, or how at this point.
Stitches avoiding the stun from the boss, and this might be the fight they're looking for.
And again, you can
KT
see in the
falling
backline, no
super
mosh
low.
still.
Oh, he's able to get out of there.
They're
Zul'jin,
gonna get the Starfall hook back. It's gonna pop armor out from the Angels or Elements, whatever it is, and they do get the kill pre-16. They have a 5v4 advantage.
Stitches going to clear this pressure in the bot. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to save the keep or not.
Let's watch Fat Boy clear. Get it. Get it, Stitches. Gorge him. Gorge the catapult. Kill the cata.
Yeah, they sent
It's gonna go.
That hurts.
I have a top 10 list called Things I Hate to See, and that is on it, spots 1 through 9. Number 10 is not being able to push with this Immortal, which I don't think they can do without 16. So they did a fantastic job stalling out the game. They've allowed themselves to get 16 and hit an even footing fight. But it's still a very tough world for R1E. You haven't checked this bush yet.
Cooks is just waiting for the backline mosh.
Fantastic slide, fantastic combo. And the Pyro going to be coming out on the wand. That's a dead Tyrande no matter how you cook it. Gonna get the Aegis out, and the Cocoon's gonna go into the Aria, but the bomb damage spreading so fantastic for Kael'thas, able to get another kill. They're gonna defend this, and they could honestly just turn around. I mean, I don't think they have enough siege to be able to push the end here, and they do have lanes against them, but this is probably the only circumstance in which they get 2 kills and can't end the game.
Yeah, that really hurts for ROLL1, playing right into the hands of where Turtles were waiting for them, and Stitches not checking that bush.
You know what they say, a cow in the bush is where, 2 turtles in the, now people are dying on your team.
They do.
It's an old analogy
they do
from
say that.
ancient Greece. Yeah, I've heard it, I swear. So turtles are 16, or not turtles, excuse me, R1E 16. They need to get this Aegis bait out. They need to bait it quite masterfully, if I may add.
Leo doing
and they're gonna
the,
have, they gotta win fights, man. They gotta win 1 or 2 back to back.
Yeah. They have won the last 2 team fights.
Somewhat. To an extent. But right now, like, there's absolutely nothing for Turtles to do.
There's a few people you don't want to hook, and that's one of them.
That's going to be the end of this game, the end of this series, barring a huge oopsie as Leo is forced to E out. And Unstoppable is not far enough away. I don't know, lots of damage coming through on the DK Unleashed. Objectives on 30 seconds. They're still going to make this core push here. I do like the call. I would call for this as well. They have 24 seconds until Li Ming is the best core defense that they have. Zul'jin, unfortunately, isn't going to be enough, I don't think, here. Without Twin Clee being able to be stacked. Pyro onto Leo in the core. And I think they need a focus core rather than Zul'jin here. I don't think it'll change the outcome, but just, common courtesy. But lots of damage coming out. I think that is going to be the end of this game. This looks like a 2-0 from Running with Turtles. GG.
GG's going out.
Fantastic mosh turnaround off that hook. Sealed the deal for R1E.
So pretty convincing wins for Running with Turtles on both those maps.
Yeah, Turtles look good. Great. I want to call out Kooks there in that game. The tanking, game 1, there were like a couple decent plays. Like, no, I'm not saying there were bad plays, but like compared to game 2, Kooks was like actually hard carrying those fights. Fantastic slides, the setups, the CC, the peel, like he was doing everything. And it was great. You know, that last flank we saw on the bottom, being the first man in the bush. What more can you ask for from your tank?
Yeah, I know we pointed out a lot that Stitches was standing in the stuns from the boss a lot, but actually a lot of those were coming out of Cooks on ETC, pushing them into the stuns at the perfect time.
Oh, absolutely. And for anyone from R1E watching this replay, by no means am I sitting here saying that your Stitches is just eating stuns. Obviously, it's just to add colorful commentary. But yeah, the 90% of the Stitches stuns by boss were due to a face melt or a power slide into it, followed by a wallbang from Ariel or an Imperious Spear. Like, it wasn't that he was standing in them, it's that he was CC'd for so long, he got hit by one, CC'd long enough to get hit by another. It was just impeccable chaining from Turtles.
Yeah, we saw huge mosh. We saw just excellent peels and standing in bushes to, even after they won that fight there, ETC just turned it around on them with the slide kill on Tyrande. We're going to try to set up an interview here.
And as far as the turnaround, I mean, this was a domination, but R1E did collect the domination in week 1. So they are on even par. They're basically starting off at a clean slate again. And I think moving forward, I don't know if their game plan was to play a Stitches in that last game or if it was truly a tank choke, because Stitches seemed so unnatural for that comp in that. There we go. I think we got it all figured out.
There we go. All right.
Hello.
T-Pole, how do you hear us?
I hear you.
Awesome. Congratulations on the win, number 1, Cuban B. So you were playing ROLL1, who you guys played against in /GG, if I get that right.
Wait, do you have Silver here?
What's up?
Is Silver here?
Silver is not.
I
Oh.
You
think so. I
want
think it's
him
just
here?
us.
Yeah.
Okay. Stand by. Stand by, chat. Stand
Dude,
by.
you're dropping the ball, man.
All right.
Gotta get out of here. You're dropping the ball. You're fired.
T-Pole, can you try to add him to this call?
Yikes. Gosh, man. Come on. Get it together.
Technical difficulties. Okay.
I don't know. He's added to this chat.
Kappa. My God. Stroke. You've done it. You've broken the Discord.
Rip.
Not sure.
Oh, here we go.
You figured out?
Maybe? Question mark?
You gotta add him and you gotta invite him. There should be a little plus sign at the top. Do I gotta do this?
Nah, dog. I got this. I got this.
Nani?
Stand by, stand by, stand by.
Dude, I'm gonna believe in you, but if not, me and T-Pole are gonna flame you.
All right,
That's what's
tell
gonna
him
happen.
to accept my friend request.
Accept his friend request.
Sheesh. Amateur hour Stroke. Come on, man. No, I'm just messing with you.
There he
Oh, there he
is, baby.
There's the other one. We got it now. It's a
Aw.
party.
Didn't want to do all by yourself, T-Pole?
No.
Oof. Call out.
All right. So, pretty convincing win you guys had there against ROLL1. You guys played them in /GG, is that correct? In the championship?
Correct,
And you guys
Yeah.
lost?
Mm-hmm.
You guys got to be feeling pretty good after tonight's showing.
Definitely redeemed ourselves from the 3-0 they did to us.
Yeah, we saw double-digit kills from you guys in both games, and not a whole lot out of ROLL1. What did you guys have a strategy going into this game on kind of your play style?
Yeah, so we're a pretty aggressive team, so we struggle when we try to do passive, so we decided to just go straight aggressive and, just go for it, see what happens.
Well,
Rip.
cool.
Are we back? Everybody good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All
B-Train, what do you got?
I mean, honestly, I'm a huge fan of shenanigans, right? And I don't know if you guys are familiar with me. I don't think we played in divisions together yet. But I love running some weird stuff. And you guys busted out an Ariel Lunara, like obviously, don't delve too deep into your books here, your strategies. But like, is that something that you kind of planned on, or did that just evolve from the natural drafting? And I think secondly for that game is, were you trying to tank choke, or was Stitches something that you expected out of them?
We know them pretty well, and I've done a lot of scouting, so I kind of expected it from them.
And then now back to Hippity Hoppity Poison Deer. Was that like a plan from the beginning, or was that just kind of an evolution of the draft for you guys?
Kind of just happened.
All right, I like it. Not portraying too much information. I like it. I like it.
He's pretty straight laced, dude.
Dude, that's the best way to be.
So season 7, week 2. How you guys feeling about NGS so far?
Pretty good. We think we have good chances, as well as we can keep ourselves, on point instead of slipping up.
Yeah. T-Pole, what do you think about the speed buff changes?
I love it.
Yeah.
Easier to hit things. I think it's a lot better of a meta for auto attackers, and you guys kind of busted out, like the Lunara, and then in game 1 the Sylvanas. Also, who was playing the Syl game 1? I have a bone to pick.
I was.
Okay, when you hit that absolutely filthy, you threw a wave left. It was like mid lane, early mid game. You threw a wave left, and Garrosh chased it all the way to the wall, and you ran down. Dude, I was laughing so hard.
It's about the jukes, man. That's how you live.
That was so sick.
Silver displaying
so
how
happy
to
with
juke.
that. But as far as you guys looking into the rest of your season, did you guys play Regen Blue your first week?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have heard, there's this new team on the block, Amethyst something. I don't know. Those dudes are sketch. Any thoughts and concerns about your future? No, I'm just messing with you. That's us. But like, where do you guys, ultimately the division, I think BWest is a little small this year or this season. But I think only 2 teams won't make it to playoffs. I think that's how the cutoffs are still working. If you guys foresee yourselves being kind of closer to the top of the division, or are you going to just kind of take the cool, calm, collected approach and try not to pin a target on your back? So like me personally, I'm going to say we're going to be at the top, baby. Like, let's go. But
So,
you guys want to keep it under the radar?
The whole goal of playing is, be the top. So if you don't have that goal, then you need to
see. Here we go. I like it. This guy, we're friends now. Stroke, you're fired. I'm hiring Jackal.
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. Awesome, guys. That was an awesome week 2 matchup. I will let you guys take the floor for shout-outs or anything you want to talk about before we go our separate ways.
Ladies first, T-Pole.
No, I'm good.
Oh, no shout-outs? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to nobody.
Well, I'll give a shout-out to you guys. Thanks for casting. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
you guys
man.
taking the time of your day.
It was fun to watch.
Shout out to team members. Shout out to ROLL1. We always love playing them, scrim them. We know each other pretty well. Shout out to NGS and the moderators and everything for setting this up. Really appreciate it.
Awesome, guys. Great match. Congratulations. Good luck in the rest of the season. Unless you play us, then bad luck. And we will see you guys
No luck,
next
just
time.
have fun.
All right.
All right.
Take it easy.
Bye, guys. All right. Let's get this man back in here. He's back, baby.
Hey, we're back, baby.
All right, dude. What do you think? Parting shots for the match. I thought, dude, I was actually surprised. I expected ROLL1 to win that based on the fact that they said that they played him a lot and they beat him in a tournament.
I think coming from the, we talked to Turtles. They mentioned getting 3-0'd. Like, that's a best of 5. You get 3-0'd. That does something to you. That one, and now you're mad, right? You want to come back. You want to swing. You want to throw down. You want your next series to be a much better showing. And I think that they were much more. I don't know the history of the teams. I don't know how prepared they were or weren't, but they seemed so much more comfortable for this matchup. Their bans, their picks, just their overall play and comfortability. I feel like ROLL1 got backed into some corners with, I don't know, some of their drafting or some of their just gameplay in general. And I feel like Turtles came out with something to prove, and they proved it.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it was definitely convincing from their part. And I think ROLL1 they had some good moments of flair with the good chain CC combos and a couple of those fights being won. But Turtles just seemed a little bit dominant there.
Yeah, dude. You know that turtle. He's got armor on his. He's got the shell, dude. He's tough.
Your prediction about the tortoise and the hare, you know?
Yo, they came back slow and steady. They just rolled it over, baby.
Aesop's fables. All right, B Train. I'm gonna let you have your last words. PG-13. Go.
Oh no, PG. All right. First off, shout out to you and the teams for having me out here for the show tonight. Shout out to NGS, you know, for existing and whatnot. And then I want to give, you know, my stats, my places where you can find me. That's gonna be btrain704. It's on one of my arms. It's actually no, it's on this arm. Okay, never mind. btrain704 on Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, MySpace, Bumble, Grinder, Tinder, Hot or Not, Christian Mingle, and eBay. I'm trying to sell a trampoline. I'm in Alaska, so shipping is on you. It's going to be hella expensive, but the trampoline's going to be really cheap. I'll give you a great deal. It's missing one of the springs, but other than that, dude, it's a great setup. That's going to be it for me. B-Train out. The floor is yours, Stroke Meister.
All right, B-Train. Thanks for the help, man. I will see you in the Nexus. Team,
Bye.
Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. Glad we could be here, and we will see you hopefully next week. The Stroke, B-Train out. We're good, dude.